So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with a very special The Hunter Call of the Wild video. So as you may know, if you've seen my couple of previous Call of the Wild videos, I have been actually grinding for Great One Black Bear here on SRP, and finally my third ever Great One Black Bear spawned. It is a Fabled spirit, and in the night it just stood out like a sore thumb. As soon as I got to this lake and I scanned around with the night vision, I just saw this bright white bear stood there and I just lost my mind. I honestly never expected that I would see another Great One Black Bear after the two I've already got, just because they are so hard to grind. They are so difficult to actually, work with and just keep on grinding, because they are incredibly frustrating with their zones and their respawns. And honestly, I just didn't really think that I would end up seeing another one. But with, following some tips and stuff from the amazing people in my Discord, I managed to get a, really good setup going for my bears, where I was getting a lot of diamonds, ended up with the 2 super rares from the previous videos, and I eventually started, thinking, okay, maybe a great one will show up. Getting all these diamonds is making me feel really positive. And then sure enough, this guy spawns, and it is just absolutely insane. I am just beyond thrilled. Now, I am so sorry for the delay in getting this video out. I am still a little bit sick, and I hope, that I don't sound too bad in this video, but I wanted to try and get this recorded today and try and get this out, because just being sat on this footage has been insane. I record all my footage basically as soon as it happens, and then I do the recording of the narration afterwards. So when this bear actually spawned was the night I got sick, and the only reason I was grinding is because I was in so much pain I couldn't sleep. So I just carried on grinding bears, and this guy ended up spawning while I was feeling super ill. So literally since then, I've just been sat on this footage of this incredible animal, and I've been so excited about recording it. I mean, he is awesome. He is such a cool looking bear. I mean, compared to any normal black bear, this is such a unique looking animal with the cream colour white coat and then the brown colour head. It's very unique. It's not like anything else in the game at all. So, the Fabled Spirit is one of the ones I hadn't had. The 2 Great One Bears that I have are the Fabled Cream and the Fabled Spotted. So when this guy spawned, it's a completely new fur, which, is super lucky for my third one to be, again, a completely unique bear. And I was just super excited. It's not one of my top favourites for the Great One Bear, but I like all of the Great One Bear furs just because they are so unique. And, being able to get as many of them as possible has always been a dream for me. My absolute favourites of all are the 2 Glacier variants, and then Chestnut is a very close third. And then I hadn't had the Spirit and had already had the Spotted and the Cream, as I said. So this was one that I was super excited to actually get. Just such an interesting looking animal. And I was absolutely just so happy with how close I got to get to this guy and get a really up close look. And something that the brown colour head reminds me of on this guy is, and it just makes me think of it every time I've seen it, is that maybe it's not like supposed to necessarily be a brown marking, but I always think of it as like, perhaps it's like staining from where it's been feeding on carcasses and stuff. And, obviously white fur would stain, and it wouldn't always be a pristine white colour. So I like to think of this guy as having like a stained head from feeding on carcasses and stuff, and having the blood on that white fur. But it's just an amazing looking bear. It really is. And like I said, compared to a normal black bear, this thing is so different, so wildly different, that it's just a cool thing to actually see. I mean, a white black bear. It's so not normal, and I really like that. It's so different from the norm. And that, to me, is why I've always found the Fabled Spirit to be quite cool. I know it's not a lot of people's favourite, and I do kind of wish it was a pure white fur all over. But like I said, I still think it's really cool because it is so unique and so different to your normal standard colour black bears. It's very cool. So we got some really nice up-close footage of this guy in his feed zone, which was so awesome. I mean, I love spending time with these Great One animals. Like I've said it so many times before, the interaction that I get to have with these guys is what makes these encounters so special for me. Seeing one spawn, of course, is always extremely exciting. And, you know, obviously I want to harvest this guy and get him in my trophy lodge, obviously, but the, like, trophy for me is quite often just in the experience of getting to spend time getting close to these animals and get these up-close pictures and footage, because it's just something that, you know, not a lot of people are going to have necessarily that chance to get really close to these guys. So I like spending several hours just getting really close and getting to observe these animals just doing what they do out here on the maps where they spawn. And this was just, you know, another one of those fantastic encounters that I'm super pleased I got to have. And, you know, you may have seen that I did carry on grinding for Great One Black Bears after, and the thing that happened after this. And I have been grinding black bears even more after that. So there's another video to come within the next couple of days that's going to be also incredibly special. And I am still working on grinding for even more trophy black bears. So we will see what else ends up showing up. But right now, it is time to actually take this beautiful Fabled Spirit Great One Black Bear. And we are super close. So we're going to 0 for 75, we're going to put it just behind his leg, and we should be able to get a nice clean lung shot. Now you can see here me nervously again just checking, yeah, I am using the 300. Even though I knew that the 300 was the only gun I had equipped, I still wanted to double check. And we're just going to place it right there, right in the crease, just behind his leg, and he goes down immediately. Now, what was really cool is as he was actually led there, like, expiring and the health was dropping, it actually said he went aggressive. So I wonder if I'd shot him with a less powerful caliber that wouldn't have insta-dropped him, whether we would have got attacked there, which would have been really cool, but also I'm super pleased to just drop him like that, you know that we've got him down instantly, that there's no problems, we can see the vital blood, everything should be fine, but this is the bit that always really gets to me with Great Ones. This is the nerve-wracking bit. I'm picking him up, we can see everything went to plan, perfect double lung shot, and we have a Great One Black Bear, Fabled Spirit Fur, 26.87 score. What, and just a magnificent animal. I am so incredibly lucky to have gotten this guy, and I'm so pleased. Like I said, one of the furs I didn't have, one of the 4 furs that I still had to find. So that now makes it that I have 3 of the 6 Great One Black Bear variants, which is super cool. And it's awesome to get these guys. I am so pleased. For me, the Great One Black Bear are like, I don't even know really how to describe it. They're the Great One that's given me the most trouble. You know, even Moose, which took 8,000 kills for me to get that first Great One, I now have 11 Great One Moose. For me, bears have just always been that thing that they have that sort of almost mythical element to them. That they're just so hard to come across because they're hard to grind and just hard to work with in general. So getting Great One Black Bears for me, I've always thought that it's like one of the coolest things you can get in this game. So to have number 3 here, for me is just absolutely insane, and I'm beyond thrilled. I really am. Like I said, when I scanned around that lake, and in the night vision, I just saw this bright white bear. Like, next to the bear that he was with that was in the zone with him. Like I said, the difference between a white black bear and a normal common colour black bear. It's just, it stands out like a sore thumb. And that's the other thing, like I said, that I find so cool about the Spirit, is just because it is so different. Like, some of the other furs, you know, they kind of look similar to, you know, maybe a rare black bear or a black bear just with some different markings. This thing is completely unique, which makes it so cool in my eyes. What an animal. Not absolutely huge on that score, but still a really good size with that 26.87 score. But like I say, with every single Great One, it really isn't about the score for me. They could score anything. I really do not care, really, what they score. That's not important to me. Obviously, to get a max score one would be, you know, really cool, but it's a great one black bear. I mean, and it's a fur I've never had. I don't really mind what it scores. I'm just excited to have another great one black bear. To me, this is like one of the coolest possible things. And like I said, I really didn't expect to ever see another one. You know, with the way that they are to grind, they are just so tough. For me, they're the hardest grind actually out there. Once you get, you know, a decent setup going for them and you've got your map managed down, if that's something you're trying to do, they become quite a bit easier, but then you'll have bears that disappear from zones and then end up halfway across the map for some reason. So I do think that they are probably, at least for me, the trickiest of the Great One grinds that exist at the moment. And so, like I said, getting these guys is a huge, huge privilege. And every time I see someone get a Great One black bear, I'm like, damn, that's cool. That's such a cool thing to see. And then, yeah, actually getting to take another one myself, I'm super, super pleased about it. And like I said earlier, for me, I always think about this bear as having like a stained head, and that's why it has the brown colour head, because it's kind of like the way it fades into the sort of creamy white colour fur as well. Yeah, to me, I just always think of it as having like a blood-stained head that's sort of gone sort of a brown colour, because like that's what blood does when it stains, it goes sort of a weird brown colour. And that's always what I think of with this bear, is that it's just been feeding on carcasses and it is stained that beautiful white fur. So yeah, this is one that I've been really, really actually hoping that I would get, and I'm super pleased I managed to get it. Really happy with that shot. Everything went to plan. We got some really nice up-close footage of this guy. I couldn't be happier. But that is going to be it for this video. I really, really hope you have enjoyed it. Like I said, there will be another very special Call of the Wild video within the next couple of days, featuring yet another very special black bear. So I can't wait to actually record that one and get that one out as well. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. And like I said, I really hope I don't sound too ill in this video. But that is going to be it for this one. So thank you so, so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.